Hi, I'm Subu bringing crafting to you. Today I'm going to show you how I made my crackers. So first of all, you are going to need a paper trimmer and scoreboard and the envelope punch board. Now if you don't have an envelope punch board, if you have the punchers that are the bubble punchers, like it punches out this type and another slimmer taller one, that will work in place of it. Or if you've got a square or a rectangle punch, that will work as well. So I've just done randomly decorated ones, so I think the brightly gleaming paper is a lovely paper, so I've made those so far, and I've done this one as well. So I've got a piece of the brightly gleaming DSP, and this measures 6.5 by just remember what it is, 6.5 by what an A4 sheet of paper would be. So I actually do this in metrics because it's 29.7, so it's just an A4 size length, but it's 6.5 inch wide. So put it in your trimmer, and I'm just going to remove my cutting blade, and at the 1 inch mark, so I'm using the 1 inch mark on this side because it's easier. So just do your 1 inch mark, then I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees and do 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, and then 6 inch. Okay, I'm then going to turn it round so that the long side is in, and I'm going to score that at 2.5, 3 and 3.5. Then I'm going to take that out, turn it round and do exactly the same. So that's 2.5, 3 and 3.5. Okay, so now we'll move our paper trimmer out of the way, and we're just going to fold on all those score lines. I usually fold up 3 of the score lines, rotate it round, and then do the other 3. Okay, and then this side we're going to fold up, so it's going to be fold up. No, I've done it wrong way. Fold down, sorry. So that one's going to fold down. This one you're going to bring your paper so that folds down, and bring that one up, so that makes it an M. So it's mountain, valley, mountain. We're going to repeat on the other side. So I'm going to fold it up, then I'm going to fold it down, and then we're going to fold that one up again. So that brings your mountain and valley. So there we go. Thought I'd put everything ready, and now we're going to put it in our punch board. But as I say, if you haven't got a punch board, any punch that's got a corner in it will do. So we're going to fold over, so the score line that's just 1/2 inch, we're going to fold over. And if you haven't got a punch board, what you do is you just cut a V like that in there. Okay, so you just cut a V like that, or use a punch in, get it in the centre line and just punch in about 1/4 inch. Okay, but because I've got a punch board, what I do is the right hand side score line I'm putting the point of the punch board. I'm putting that point right on the score line, then I'm going to punch it down so it will be like that, and then fold up the next one, and again punch, fold the next one, just lining it each time with that one, and punch, and again punch, and again punch, and the very last one I put in the opposite way, so it's the wrong side pattern, that's the inside, so you end up with that. So when it folds up, that will be perfect there, okay? Or you can, it's usually that way, sorry, so it's that way. So that will just go over that perfectly, and that will all be right. Now, I don't like crackers with little stubby ends, so I've made mine long. This is my design of cracker. So I've made this bigger, and I've made the cracker longer. So again, the first one we're going to do on the wrong side on the edge, then we're going to start folding, and again putting that point on that left hand score line, and we're just going to keep it up. I forgot to actually move those out of the way, so let me move those out of the way, and then keep that going, and keep that going. That's it. That, and then there we go, that's our last one. So that's how it should look. So we can move our punch board out of the way. So all we've got to do now is put glue on this top surface and bottom surface in the middle. So you can do this with tear and tape. You can do it with the red strong tape. I've done it with both, and this time I'm just using wet glue. So I'm just trying to go as close to the edge as possible, and the last bit here, and then just put my pin in my glue, and then we're just going to bring this round like this, and we're just going to start to put it together, making sure that that is on the score line. Just press down. We can do that on the other side. Press that down, and then in the middle I'm just going to press that down. So just press those down with your hands, and that's it. That's part of your cracker. So what I do then is I just cut about, let's see, this way. I cut about just over 8.5. So I probably 8 and 5/16. So I have a ribbon that's 8 and 5/16. Then I just wedge each of the sides, and then make sure where your seam is. So you want that at the back. And then we're just going to do this in a faux bow. So I'm just going to tie it in a faux bow. So just keep positioning it into the cracker shape, and there. That's all you do into faux bow. So next I stick in a joke. You can get jokes in there, you can buy them. So I stick in my joke. So pop that in. Then I put a present in. So I've got one of these that you can put on your phone or scissors or whatever. So that's going to go in. And of course you want your paper hat. So I have made these. You can buy them. So this is just like the shiny, I don't know what we used to call it, paper, but I've got that. And then of course a cracker is not a cracker without a bang. So, oops, get in there. And so I have the cracker snaps. So I get a glue dot. So get out my glue dots and I pop a glue dot. Just let me get these out. Just out. So I take underneath and I'm just going to pop that about just over 1/2 inch down. And I'm going to take the top off there. And then we're going to pop it the same on the other end, about 1/2 inch down. And take, just make sure it's down and then take that off. I then thread my bang all the way down my cracker and then just press that against the cracker wall so that has stuck. Now it's a bit hard for me to bend, there we can see, and my things have fallen out, so I just need to put those back. So I've got everything in there, and then just get my other part of my ribbon. Where did I get the other one from? I've got it somewhere. I've just seen the other part of the ribbon and, oh yes, here. And then just tie up my ribbon, just making sure that it goes on the same square. But you can alter this if it goes wrong while you're tying it, but just try and keep adjusting it so that it ties on the right. And then just make sure that your cracker is the right way, that the bows are right, and you've got a flat top. And then to decorate, so as you can see, I've done various things. So I put a piece of gold. This was out of Tasteful Touches, one of the die sets in there I've cut in gold. I've used my 1/2 inch circle punch to punch some cream. Then I've used the, what's it called? I think it begins with turnover, isn't it? Something it's called. Yeah, it's turnovers. Why it's called turnovers, I don't know. But I've used the turnover stamp and I've stamped it in the Versamark and embossed with the gold embossing powder. I've also printed this, stamped that and cut it out for the top of it, and then just use some sprigs. Lots of sets come with the sprigs that you can put, so that's one way of decorating it. Another way is to make one of these fan things. Don't know quite what they're called. They're quite easy to make, really. So I just made one of them and just put a jewel in the middle. This one I used from the Sweetest Times, I think it's called. I've cut the candle narrow, and these are the die cuts, and I've just embossed with, I don't know whether you can see that shiny, I've got some red glitter embossing powder, and I've just embossed the berries, and these are the sprigs out of that set as well. And then this one was the same. I've just used the I think it's slate grey ribbon that we've got out stamping up, and really that's exactly the same as that one. So with this one I thought I'd use the warm and toasty, so I've gone ahead and stamped and coloured my reindeer. So I've got cinnamon cider on his hooves, I've got Poppy Parade dark on his bow, I've got Daffodil Delight on his anklers, and this is a brown just that I've got. So just layered him up on dimensionals, use one of the stitched ovals to put him on, and then put foam tape on the back to actually then stick him on my cracker. Now if you do this, this is what I've done in past years. If you use foam tape to put on your crackers, you can save these. You can rip them off the backs. When people have pulled the crackers, these don't get damaged, and you can pull them off and save them for next year's crackers that you make. So you can, unless you wanted to make all new ones, but you can do all different ones. So I really thought that the brightly gleaming DSP, with it having the lovely foil, I thought was perfect for crackers. And it's another way to use up your DSP that's going to be retired, sadly, and I'm not sure if it's all gone now, but any of the foil papers that you've got will make excellent crackers. I know in the brand new catalogue there is coming up some foil paper that is Sahara Sand, Rococo Rose and Blushing Bride. So I'm planning that next year my crackers will be made with those foil papers. So I want to get some of those, because I have got sort of those tones in my dining room, so they would look really pretty. But I thought I'd show you how to make crackers. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will be back tomorrow with another project. Thank you for dropping by. If you don't have a demonstrator and would love to become an active demonstrator, or just even a hobby demonstrator where you can just be a discount shopper, there is no pressure to do any videos like I do, and I really enjoy doing it. That's why I do it. There's no pressure to make any sales or get team members or anything. But if you want to turn it into a business, you can. But if you haven't got a demonstrator and just want to shop with me, you can use my shop. And if you spend £45 in my shop, I will reimburse you the postage. So thank you very much for stopping by and watching. I'll be back with another video tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.